Hello and welcome to One Take episode 69. If it is, that's funny. Yeah, I think it is actually. Woo, 69. Oh wait. Anyway, couple of stories. First, I think I kind of, to an extent, twisted my ankle earlier today, and it hurts very badly, and it hurts, and I am limping. So there's that. Secondly, super special, cool, awesome video Saturday. Involves other people, most likely. Unless plans change, and then I'll be a sad panda. Anyway. So, who wants to hear a story? I'm not asking for a reply. Back in 7th grade, near February I think it was, we were playing tag one day in the gym. Because 7th grade is such a big tag year, you know. And you know how they have those like movable basketball goals with like the padding and stuff? So there was one of those. And this kid, he's like, I'm running, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to get caught. You know, big old chubby little me at the time. And the guy, like, he pushes me from here and I go into the thing and I'm like, oh dear. That rhymed, didn't it? Anyway, and so I slam into it and I'm like, oh. And somehow I flip. Like, I'm not even kidding. I do some sort of flip and I land on my ankle and like I twist it. And I go to the nurse and I'm like, I think I might have hurt something badly. And she's like, well, why did you trip on it? And I'm like, bitch, I did not try to break my ankle. That was not on my agenda for the day. And so then, like, a few days pass, I'm like, alright, well, my foot still hurts. So we go to the hospital and I get an x-ray done and it's, like, strained. Which, interestingly enough, as the doctor told me, a strain is sometimes worse than a sprain, just because of it, and mine was. And so basically I just went around with a little ankle brace. I wasn't hurt terribly bad, but... Marilyn, no. Get out of here. Sorry, dog. Dogs. So... What was I saying? And so now I just have this really weird thing with my right leg where I kind of limp a little bit. I mean, I really don't notice it most of the time. But, like, it's just got a bit of a tendency to be crappier than my other leg. I tend to find that the right side of my body is much crappier than the left side. Everyone decides they want to come in when I'm filming. I hate you guys. Anyway, and I also learned that week that when I limp, it looks like I'm limping on the opposite leg of the one I'm actually limping on. Like, that's a weird thing to know about yourself. Like, oh yeah, I limp. Oh really? And then it's like, yeah, but the way I limp, it makes it look like my left foot is the one that's broken. Anyway, give me a second. What? Anyway. ignore all that. So that's what I found out. Hurt my ankle to some extent, limp weirdly. That's basically all that happened. Yep. See, the one problem with being friends with people that you go to school with, I mean, I realize that's more of a positive thing than most other possibilities, but one negative thing is sometimes you don't know how you became friends. Like, you'll be really good friends, sure, but neither of you will be able to be like, oh yeah, we started hanging out this time and we have these interests, because I'm completely unable to do that with most of my friends. It's literally just a thing of I was like, nope, we're friends now, we're gonna be friends now. Or they were like, no, we're gonna be friends now, we're friends now. And I was like, whatever, fine. Or they were like, whatever, fine. You know, sometimes someone makes a statement that it's really not weird or odd or different in any way, but it makes you confront your idea of them. Like, it forces you to think of them as a sexual being, which most people are. You ever notice how, like, that happens sometimes? Yeah. You know? Like, is that just me, or... No, okay. Because I'm a very weird person, I don't... Like, the fact that everyone has a skeleton kind of freaks me out. The fact that everyone will have thousands of interactions with hundreds of people who will then have hundreds of interactions with other people, it just boggles my mind. I can't not think of the possibilities, and that's kind of why I don't hang around people very much. Anyway... So, if that sounded loud to you, that was much louder to me and more piercing, trust me. That reminds me though, I'm thinking of doing a couple of episodes with people in Skype calls. I mean, you won't get to see them unless I do some really fancy work with that, but you know, you'll be able to hear them, and there will be other people besides me in a video, and that's really what everyone wants, it seems. I'm just grasping at straws to really figure out what it is people want. I mean, there's absolutely no communication between myself and you. Don't ask me why. Anyway, I really need to figure out what makes some videos have like 10 views and some videos have 3. I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh, I want all the views, but you know, it would be nice if I did have some of the views at least. And I'm not asking you to go find me the views. It's just that it'd be nifty if I had them. So this morning I was very sad and depressed and I slowly started rising up out of that throughout the day. Not that I didn't stop having those feelings, I was just like, I'll start acting. Interesting. I'm just looking here through my analyticals, because that's what I do during videos, because I don't bother to at other times. And it seems like episode 50 has an estimated 80 minutes of video watched, which is 2 complete viewings. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, I basically have no other things to tell you about. Yeah. So, if you like the video, like the video. If you want to comment on the video, comment on the video. If you want to subscribe to me and see videos daily, do so. Thank you and good night. Unicorn Diarrhea.